Okay, this week is crunch week. It's my last week to get anything done that I need done for my craft show. Because as you know, if you've watched my other videos, um, me and my husband are leaving on a Wednesday, and the craft show is not till a Saturday. So once we leave Wednesday, I won't be able to get any sewing done. I can crochet, but I think we've got quite a few plans to actually enjoy ourselves. Sorry, I've got something on my screen. So this is crunch week. Today is Monday. I've got Tuesday. I've got a partial Wednesday, no Thursday, and Friday's a little iffy. I got to get my oil changed. So that's that's this week. And today we're going to start with making some jar grip openers because I think I've got about 3 of them, and I wanted to have a little bit more than that because they did sell pretty well last year. So that's what we're going to whip up tonight. They're really quick and easy. If you haven't watched any of my videos before, uh, let me show you what the jar grips look like. They look like this, and then on the back is just shelf liner. Um, I do have a tutorial on these, and they do sell pretty well. I do have 4 of them, but no, I don't. I've only got 3. These are so perfect to use up scrap pieces because they're only 7 by 7. I cut a piece just before I hit record and had my ruler upside down, so I had to start. I had to start over. And there is like leftover on these, and these are really good to use. Like you could make little coasters with your scrap fabric. This is what's left over. You can make a small coaster. I actually have one. Oh, it's kind of dirty, but I had taken the grip and then I crocheted around. It needs washed. You can tell I use it a lot, mostly for my coffee cup, and keep it by my sewing machine. I might do that with those. And then I simply just took my sewing machine and sewed around it to keep it on. I've probably had this for about 10 years, actually. So it's not a very good job. It was a sample that I did, and I just never made more. I should have. Ooh, there's a good project to do. Let's just add like 15 more projects to the list. I have to tell you guys a funny story. Today, when I got home from work, I came out here to my shed and I heard the UPS guy pull up. So I got out there pretty quickly because Jerry was outside. And by the time I got out there, I couldn't find either of the dogs. Well, they, of course, got in his truck because he carries treats with him. Anyways, he's like, box is kind of heavy. Where do you want it? And I pointed towards my shed. And he's like, oh, this is where all the boxes go. And I'm like, yeah. And he goes, well, and I know he wanted to see inside. And he's like, well, do you want me to take it inside for you? And I'm like, yeah, sure. So he brought it in and he just stood there and he's like, oh my God, I didn't know you could do this with a shed. He said, I love it. He said, I would never leave here. And I go, well, I don't, except for the bathroom and, to go to bed. But I thought that was so funny. He's such a nice guy. And I know I confuse him because he also delivers to my work. And I'm not the one who gets UPS from work, but once in a while I will be back there. And I know he's like, man, I've seen her before, but I can't picture where. Anyways, okay. So I've got all my squares cut out, and I've run out of grippy stuff, which is fine because I'll make what I can. This was a fat quarter that I've had for ever, And it seems like people are still into chickens. So I thought, you know what? We're going to just use this up. I could make some hot pads too. Okay, somebody needs to tell me, stop. You've got enough. You can make hot pads for Christmas or something. We are going to start with this piece. So I will be back when I'm finished. Okay, I had enough of the shelf lining, this stuff, to get 9 done. And I got some chickens, some gingerbread men, and a couple of fish ones. So I'm good with that. That gives me 12 altogether. And I think last year I had less than this and I sold all of them but 2, I do believe. So there we go. Also, over the weekend, I got some more hats done. Altogether, I have 24 hats. I'm good with that. And then my mom made a whole bunch of these. These are those, you put a bottle or a can. It's like a mitten. And I think she also made a actual mitten for the other hand to sell as a set, which I'm sure I'll probably see her before I leave. Here's some of the hats I made up. I just gotta pull in the ends. And now it's getting kind of late. It's about 7:30, but I have time to make a couple of zipper bags. So we're gonna get on that. Today is Tuesday night, and I've gotten a couple of my wristlet purses done, and I've had to work on some of my Amazon FBA items because I was looking at my inventory, and on one of them I only have 2 left. So I need to get at least 12 put in the mail by Friday. I got this one done. I don't know what I did here, but it's kind of poofy. But anyways, this is that new fabric that I got. I think it's called Grunge Girl or something. I'm going to make a couple out of this fabric because I made a purse, a bigger purse, and a wristlet, and those sold, and I made another wristlet and it sold. So I'm going to whip out a couple more of these. Also, I've been having some trouble with the Postal Service. So I just need to vent here for a second. I do keep track of all my shipments. Every day I look and make sure they're moving. And there was one that just was not moving. It stayed for like 3 days. There was no update on it. So that's when I went into USPS and you click to be notified of any changes or whatever. And I emailed my customer and told her what was going on, and she left me an awesome review. Anyways, it was just so weird because like the next day, all of a sudden, boom, it's moving again. And so she got it like 2 days after I did this. And now today I was checking and I had one that kept saying pre-transit. And I'm like, it should not say that because I mailed it yesterday on Monday. And so I always take my mail to work because it's a business and sorry about that. I just had a sneezing fit. Anyways, I always take all my packages to work with me in the morning because I know for sure that the mail delivery person will be in. And on Mondays, my mail deliver guy has a sub, and she's always and on a Monday too, she's always 2 hours earlier than what he ever is. And now I know why. It's because she just grabs the packages and goes. So yesterday, she didn't scan my package. And I left him a note today because he wasn't there when I left. And my coworker, I told her all about it, and she talked to him, and he said he would take care of it. Well, within about an hour of him being there, that package got scanned. It was like a miracle. So in my hometown post office. So I know it had to probably still be in her car, or she just threw it in a basket and whatever. But it's on its way now. But in the meantime, because I was supposed to have it shipped on Monday, now I'm going to be dinged for late shipment because she didn't scan it. So I guess on Mondays when I know she's going to sub, I'm going to have to change to UPS or go to the post office myself. Okay, end of rant. So I've been busy crocheting, and I've been just kind of going back and forth. You know, when I get tired of sitting, I get up and do a little more. I'm going to get this cut out. I don't know that I'm going to make them tonight. I think I might just cut out several more, and then I can whip them up tomorrow because these are so fast to make. If I get to key fobs, I get to key fobs. If I don't, I'm fine with it. I have plenty. I don't even know if they'll sell. I've never sold key fobs before, so I don't know if those will sell or not. So I guess we'll find out in about a week and a half. So I'm going to call it a night for tonight, and I'm going to get back to cutting fabric, and I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Today is Wednesday, and I'm not feeling it. I'm struggling today. It is actually after 6 o'clock, and I haven't done anything since I got home. I've had a headache all day, and my throat is graspy, and I think I'm getting a cold, and I do not have time for this. So I've just been laying around today, seeing if I could feel better. But now I'm just going to have to push through it. So I can't push through it with my hair down. So I'm going to work on some more zipper wallets, which I'm sure I have plenty in the first place. But I just really like making these, and they're easy. Ooh, okay, well, good enough. So I've got this color to make. Okay. I was looking at the town that we're going to for my craft show, and the population is 549 people. And I know I keep telling you that this craft show is different than the norm, and it is like ranked kind of high in a hippie town, if that gives you any indication of different, which I love. So this is probably my most favorite craft show I've ever been to, and I love doing it. So we're going to push through this sickness. We're going to just push that out of my mind that I even feel bad. And we're going to get to working on these. Done. And to be honest, I think this is all I can get done sewing tonight. I'm gonna retire to my recliner and maybe crochet, maybe not. I'm just not feeling it. So this is it. Or I probably need to edit a video or get a video ready to go, because I like to try to post my videos on Thursday, and I've got one I need to post for tomorrow, which by the time you see this, that'll be last week. And also, by the time you see, I might have to do a 2 series part in my craft fair just because there's a lot going on with us being on vacation and all that stuff. So stay tuned. Today is Thursday. I'm not feeling the greatest. I haven't, the only thing I've done today is make a hat because I had my knitting machine out, and I had one more skein of yarn I wanted to use, so I went ahead and made one. I'm getting ready to make a zipper pouch out of this. I've only got a couple of Christmas ones. Um, I wanted to make more, but I don't have any lining for all of them, and I don't have time to run and get any. And I'm really sorry about the stuffiness. Anyways, I've just been vegging in my chair, watching other creators and their craft markets and stuff. And some of them make the same stuff I do. And I'm looking at their fabric and I'm like, they have really pretty fabric. It's flowers and it's pastel colors. And then I look at my fabric and I've got skulls and mushrooms and tie-dye. I'm like, what's wrong with me? Well, for some reason I can't get into the softer colors. Maybe I need to try to. So I have a square reader, but the place that I'm going to really has no cell service at all. And plus my reader is old. It was back when it had like the stick part you plugged into your iPhone, and now you can't plug that. You can get an adapter, blah, blah, whatever. So I can take offline payments, and most everybody that comes to this event knows that you have to have cash. And at one point, they did get internet service there for a cash machine, but because so many people were there and trying to use their phones, that cash machine kept crashing. So I was reading up on my Square, and you can take offline payments. And I think I might try it just because last year I would have gotten a lot more sales because people wanted to use their credit cards. And I did get one ladies to go through. It took a while, but it did go through. So I think I got to get my oil changed tomorrow. So I think I'm going to run to Walmart and pick me up a new Square reader. It's just a little square that syncs with your phone, and you can either tap to pay or it takes the chip. So I think I might try that. I need one for at home anyways. When people come over, sometimes they want to buy stuff, but they don't have cash. So that way I'm always set with it. And I would like to get into more craft fairs, uh, mostly in this season. Like I like October, November, December, and January and February. After that, I don't. So I wouldn't mind getting into more. I know my mom loves them, so I'd love to get her into some that she can go to. So I think it'll be a good business purchase. So I'm going to work on this wristlet. I'll probably get it done, start on it, and maybe get it done later tonight. I have my granny practice that I have to go to, and that takes a couple hours. And when I get home, I may just take some NyQuil and go to bed. I cannot be sick. This is the worst time to get sick. So I've got to get over whatever all this is. So wish me luck. Today is Friday, and I don't plan on doing any crafting today. I know, imagine that. Um, I did a lot of running today after work. I had to get my oil changed. I had to go to Walmart. I got a new Square reader. I know the place I'm going to doesn't have any cell service. It's sporadic. And this one, I can take offline payments, so I might try that on people who, want to buy more but don't really have the cash. So we'll see if it works. I might try it on myself, you know, use my account to see if it'll work, because you've got 24 to 72 hours when you do reach cell or Wi-Fi for it to download. So I think I might give it a try, just because I feel like you make more sales if you sorry, I don't have my little stick holder. If you can offer a credit card payment, because I mean, does everybody carry cash all the time? I know when I carry cash, I spend it very fast. I did get some new boxes today. Oops, there we go. They're like 2 inches thick, and they're for my cell phone purses. These I've I always use poly mailers, but I'm finding that the post office seems to be losing them sometimes. And Jerry, why are you pouting? My husband's out on the four-wheeler checking on the cows because they're having babies, and he's not allowed to go. So he's been sitting by the door pouting. You poor baby. Anyways, I do use these poly mailers, but I don't know. I feel like they're getting lost in the mail. I also got this Christmas one done, but I need to I need to make the key fob for it. I got this done, and this is the inside fabric, and I thought, ooh, I'm going to make this, so I changed my uh, thread before I got the key fob done. So, good morning. Today is Saturday. I haven't been out of bed very long, but I have to give you this update. This has put a curveball into our plans. So last night, my husband normally works Friday nights, and he started his vacation Friday. So last night, about 9 o'clock, we were like, man, we just want to pack up. We just want to go now. And I have to work Monday, but I took off Tuesday, even though we weren't going to leave till Wednesday. And he's like, you know what? See if we can just book it for Monday and Tuesday, and we'll stay 2 extra days. I'm like, okay. So I messaged the VRBO host, and he goes, yeah, sure. And then gives us one heck of a discount that you can't pass up. So now I'm in full blown panic mode, because I was expecting to have today, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. That's 4 days. Now I've got 2, because Monday I have to work a half a day, which will probably be longer than a half a day, because I have to get everything I possibly can done. And I can do this. I'll be fine. So today I've got to get this video uploaded, start my next video, and I've got 3 wallet purses to make. I've got to set up my mock table so I can make my signs. There's so much to do, but I don't know if I'll get to record anymore, because I really want to get this going so I can have it loaded and ready to go. Because once we get to where we're going, I don't know if I can do all this. I can take my laptop and maybe try it, but I'd rather not. I'd rather have it done and ready to go. So yeah. Oh, and then we got to go grocery shopping. And then there's a benefit for my boss I've got to go to on Sunday also. There's so much, but in the end, it'll be so worth it. So I think this will be the end of this video, and I will start the next one when I get my mock table set up and us packing, and it'll probably have to be a two-part because this is also a vacation and a craft fair all rolled into one. So I'm probably going to have to do two, otherwise it might be 2 to 3 hour long video. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your comments, and the subscribers are so awesome. You're not going to believe this, but I'm at 440, which I never dreamed I would ever be at. I just like connecting with people. I think it's a blast. But for now, I'm going to sign off, and I will see you all next week.